who's waiting on you?
It was July 23rd, the second anniversary. They both worked, but he called out today urgently. Preferred to be at home, preparing for what would surely be the spark to bring their marriage back to life from its blurry sleep. Purchased a couple dozen long stem roses, made a mix CD of the songs they'd chosen to dance to on their wedding day. All that hope in a gesture alone that seemed small yet so big. Played a romantic night, taking the same track from way back when totally in love was how they act. But tonight it would include a chauffeur in a Maybach, reservations at the restaurant they had their first date at. And for dessert, he had strawberries and chocolate. Put some champagne on chill, ready to pop it. Spread flower petals from the bed to the closet and said to himself, I'm all in, and now I'm just
waiting on you. Now who's waiting on you? Waiting on you. Now who's waiting on you?
The clock struck 9, he still sat waiting, debating whether she was even gonna make it. He stated that he thought she had cheated in the past. He's impatient and just didn't wanna get played again and let it stand. Sitting with his head in hands, thoughts crossing his mind of how he could have been a better man. Believing that his marriage was already damned, he just kept a steady hand holding on his wedding band. The best plan he'd ever thought of, and now it's ruined. He tried to keep positive thoughts and just power through it. She wasn't coming, and as the dreaded hour 2 hit, he started writing her a letter, said he'd rather lose it. Picked up and moved out of the house that very night. Said if he stuck around, confrontation would be a scary sight. But he was rarely right, held a sense of buried pride, and couldn't look her in her daring eyes, and couldn't stand
waiting on you. Now who's waiting on you? Waiting on you. Now who's waiting on you?
She had talked to her boss and she made it an early night. Was so excited to get home she couldn't hide her pearly whites. She knew he had something planned, it was all about her tonight. But she lost her focus and got hit by a swervy drive. Spent the night in the hospital, in and out of consciousness. Came to a day later and didn't remember all of it, but knew she'd missed a big day. That much she'd not forget. She tried to get a hold of him, but it seemed all the calls had missed. A few more days later she returned home to a bunch of broken picture frames and a burnt rose. The worst blows came from when she read her note that said he was leaving her and the fault was all her own. But she had never been unfaithful. What he said made her cry as a bald fist rubbed the mess of her eyes. If she could only explain, he learned his lesson in time, and she vowed that she would spend the rest of her life
waiting on